Mike Florio on Watson getting his second chance and what he heard during Watson's media availability, where he, again, said he stood by his innocence.
Deshaun Watson doesn't believe he deserves a second chance because he doesn't need a second chance because he didn't do anything wrong. See, that's the problem here. And the guys who get the second chances are the talented players. It's the old Jimmy Johnson example. Guy falls asleep in a meeting, I cut him. What if Troy Aikman falls asleep in a meeting? I get him a pillow. That's the reality. And Jimmy Haslam kind of acknowledged that. If it was just some run-of-the-mill guy, they wouldn't have bothered with it. They see the opportunity to have a quarterback who's 26 years old and he's going to be there for a long time. They're willing to deal with some short-term pain. They're willing to hold their nose for now because they understand it's going to be 10 years, maybe longer, that they have something that they haven't had for a very long time in Cleveland, a quarterback who can continue to play at a high level for season after season after season. So that's fine. But it all collapses upon itself if he refuses to acknowledge that he's on to chance number 2.
And with that, let's welcome in Jeff Lloyd, host of the Locked On Browns podcast. Jeff, I hope that Deshaun Watson's tune changes. If not, he's either getting bad advice or not listening to the PR advice he's getting. He can't come out and continue to kind of double and triple down as an innocence, I don't think.
I think the first thing you took away from yesterday was, what was the Browns' rush to just go to the media right after, the agreement on, the suspension being finalized? Everything felt so rushed, and that's why it looked like it was so, wishy-washy. You had, the ownership where you had the quarterback saying he felt he didn't do anything wrong. Then you had front office, you had ownership saying, oh, well, we understand. We've been down this road before with a player like Kareem Hunt, where we're all about giving second chances. So you have ownership talking about second chances, but meanwhile, you had the quarterback talking about the fact he still felt like he didn't do anything wrong. And of course, this was after some sort of apology that was, put out through Didi Kinkabwala right before kickoff of the first preseason game. I think the Browns should have maybe said, hey, let's get out to the practice field and we'll have, PR members and other people work on this, so we don't go out here and it looks like everybody's giving different messages. That was certainly not the way to go here. But for Deshaun Watson, it's time to show some remorse. Look, regardless, you got suspended 11 games. You paid a ton of money to a bunch of alleged victims. You are being fined $5 million by the NFL. That's fine if you don't think you did anything wrong inside your heart, but I don't know you can truly believe that. There was some wrongdoing on his part. He wouldn't be missing 11 games. He wouldn't be fined $5 million. He wouldn't have to pay off a bunch of people who had a class action suit against him. None of these things would have happened if there wasn't any wrongdoing. And sometimes you just got to bite the bullet, even if you don't think you are wrong. Sometimes you owe some people an apology. And you want to know what? At the end of the day, it's just acknowledging, other people's feelings being hurt. And it's just an easier way to take your head and go about your business every single day.